no-brainer video. We have, I'll start you off here. Can you hear me, cousin? Yeah, I'm broadcasting. Oh, yep. Or you can bring it up on your phone on YouTube. A match, rather. At least one. And I'll give you a quick look. Good houses in there. Some of the buildings that I've built already would be my holy. Really getting a wonder up. So of course I got the Stonehenge, which allows for religion, and then the next one, because they afford you a builder. And builders are important when you're playing on abundant resources, because they are the tool or the instrument to which you can improve upon the existing conditions on your land. Big thing here, which it gives me 1 food, 3 production, and 1 culture. Now that's what it gives me after being improved by the said builder. All right, and then I also have a banana spot here. You can see that it also gives me abundant resources, including 3 food, 3 production, and 3 gold. So that's pretty good, right? I did not go south. As you can see, it's still shaded off. My second city, found out that there was a city state here, so I couldn't go that way. So I didn't resources. So what do you see here? We have another one of those spots which gives 2 food, 1 hammer, 1 culture. This one again is a dye, another luxury resource. It gives 1 food, 3 hammers, and then also a faith. And then we have some sheep here. This city was important to me because I noticed that it did have, for my first, your city starts off as a 1, meaning 1 citizen, meaning you can use 1 space. So I saw the 3 food. It's like, okay, that's good. But it's also a bad because you're not productive. You don't have the hammers needed to build something that, let's say, takes 10 turns to build. If you only have 1 hammer, then that's why it takes you 10 turns to build it. On the other hand, you can try to go here and have production where you see the 3 hammers or 3 production tools right there, but it only gives you 1 food, so you don't move to a 2 or a 3 city for a while. If it, let's say, takes 10 turns to progress, you only have 1 food. That's why it takes 10 turns. And so this was my second city. You see it's still a 3 because it did take a little bit of negotiating, as the barbarians came from somewhere up north. While that's going on, I was able to push out, despite having wonders and buildings built, a settler by purchasing him from what friendly villages. And so my third city was important, even though it's way too close to my first city. You see this? 1, 2, 3 spaces is what my city naturally grows. So that's the same for this city. 1, 2, 3. They're competing for resources, meaning this city can only grow out without having access to whatever's in here. It's all to have resources like gold, which will be needed as you progress through the game. And with my city growing at such a slow rate, it done closed off already. The internet connection quality. I don't know if it's still going or not, so I'm gonna just keep talking as if it is. This gold was most important to me in the earlier phases, as well as you see a resource here that would have given me 2 food. What else is out here? There's another one here which would also give me 2 food. So those are my cities. As I expand this way and continue to fight away the barbarians, I'm looking to establish my area or my territory. My diamond probably would be this direction, because as you can see, I'm pretty blocked off here unless I want to stay in the tundra. There's 1 resource space here, but 1 food, 1 food, 1 food, 1 food, 1 food is not a good city to start with, even if you want that. This one has 2 food, 2 food. That's about typical, but it's not abundant resources. This one is the only spot that gives 3 food, so as soon as we can get that one going, it would help, although it's not productive, but your city can grow. On the contrary here, two food, two food, one food, one food, one food, one food, two food, one 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 food. It gets redundant. It's not as abundant of resources as you would like being in the north, especially when abundant resources typically looks like a number of harvestable strategic resources, bonus resources, or luxury resources. So this is a luxury, this is a strategic, this is luxury, this is luxury. You also have another one here, which is also luxury. See, that's abundant in space, although it hurt my capital. In any event, that's my explainer video when it comes to looking at abundant resources. How do you break them down? I'll take it one level deeper as you start to look at your city and its growth rate. And so what I want you to look at is there's a box that pops up on the bottom right side, and on that box there's a bit of information. So it tells you 4/11, meaning your population, or the number of citizens, the number of spaces that that city uses, is 4. And so you can count them off here. I'll give you the head, and wherever you see that person's head is, that's where your citizens can be working the land. So 1 food plus 2 hammers. 1 food plus 2 hammers is 2 food total and 4 hammers, but then I also have 4 faith because I built a thing there, a part of my bonus. Here's another one. It adds 3 more hammers, giving us a total of 7. 1 more food, giving us a total of 3 food. Now all of this information, if you continue to look down under the 4/11, there's a number with a green arrow saying my population is growing, people are eating, we'll get another citizen in 5 turns. To the right of that, it shows you what you're building. I'm building something for my holy site, which should give me some more houses and some more faith. I'm building a building in there. All right. And so it says that job will be done in 3 turns. Underneath that just is a number of different things that you can select. If you want to see where you're at in your city, if you want to actually buy another land space, see how much those are going for around your city. It shows you just how far your city can expand. All right, so that's good information. There's also this report, which there's just a ton of information you can get from here. I don't really look at it much, but on this screen, as you can see, it shows the loyalty of the city. There's 100 loyalty points, and there's just too much there. And then, excuse me, finally, this allows you to manage your city. So on the very bottom, you'll see some icons. Number 1 is your culture. I'm getting 10 total culture in the city. Number 2, how much food? 11 per turn. Number 3 is my production. I'm getting 15 production per turn. 7 science, 13 faith, 8 gold. Why is that important? Well, again, as you're looking at building different buildings, let's say I go to the hammer. Now on the left side of your screen, you see something that's popped up, which is, oh hey, Erica Reed. You see on the left side, you do see choose production, what you actually can build. And it gives you a good breakdown of what it is you're trying to build, and it tells you how much those are going to cost. So if I want an encampment, which is defense, it costs me 65 production. So again, if I'm getting 15 per turn, that's why it takes me so long. But that's also why you're very strategic about which resources you have on your land. All right. There you go. What's up, cousin? Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not broadcasting. So when you go to me in the friends list on your PlayStation 4, can you join the broadcast that way? Like go to the party or to the, yeah, go to that one. Let me see.
What's it, friends, and then it shows like, click on your name.
Notifications.
Let me see here.
Yeah, was it there?
Overview, not playing. Oh, there it goes.
All right. All right, so it's back in the broadcast. Got my cousin here with me. Go ahead. Are you able to see it now? Okay, let me know when you get ready. All right, so turn your TV down.
Go to screen. You can hear my TV? That shit is low as hell.
Yeah, it gives the echo once I talk. So you said you wanted to start off where my capital is. This is my capital here. Which direction you want me to go in?
I'm trying to move them because I can't. This shit is too small. Hold on, wait, wait. Let this new way to zoom in. Oh, full screen. There it is. Okay, damn. I'm slow. Alright. Alright, I'm here. Alright, so it's kind of pixelated. So go. Yeah, you gotta start. So that's your capital.
Yep.
Okay, so zoom out just a little bit. So if you see, just zoom out a little bit. So if you see like, so this is my thing. When I start off, when I find land, we play on abundant resources. He already explained the whole abundant resources. So that's too much. Gotta go in a little bit. So no, go zoom in a little bit.
That's as far in that it zooms.
No, you're way out right now. There you go. So you see where you have the right there. You see where you have like the bananas that gives you food production and money, and then but you're not building on it. It's just showing you it right now. Like you're not building on it right now. It's just showing you. So and then you see where you have the horses right there. Yeah, so bananas right there. So when you create a builder and you build on that land, it then depending on what pathogen or pantheon that you choose, you can make that because it's a bonus resource. It'll then I make that. So what I do is it's already providing you those three. So then I would choose the pantheon that says plus one production plus one faith or plus two faith from all luxury and bonus resources or whatever. So then I would have that banana that's giving you three corn, two production, and two gold also give me two religion. And that's what I mean by use my builder to build on my land. So then if you go back now and just if you go down to up north where you have I don't know that little head or whatever it is, where it shows three production, one corn, and one poultry. Yep, right there. And you see how it says luxury resource. So that's what I mean. If you look at the top, that's a bonus
Yeah, that's a luxury.
More so, it's a luxury. So yeah, so you have a lot of luxury. There it is. Yep. So, and then that iron is that iron luxury too, right next to you on the left. Wait,
Strategic.
because you got strategic. Okay, so yeah, so based on your land placement, I would be like, okay, you have a lot of luxury and abundant resources. So I would have picked the Pantheon that went off in my surrounding area. And I know early on in the game you can't see how open this stuff is. This is where it by the time you get your Pantheon, you should be able to see a good amount of your area, and you should be able already your city already expanded enough to where you know what your city will reach and you know what you'll be working with. So that's why I say like early on, like right now, you didn't build on any of your land, so your land is not getting the production that it could be getting from it if you was to
That's
build
not
a
true.
culvert.
So as you see here, this has a mine worked by one citizen. This has a mine worked by one citizen. This has a mine worked by one citizen. The one that you said earlier, my bananas has a plantation worked by one citizen. This one is marble. It has a quarry worked by one citizen. All of those spaces are spaces where my builder actually improved the land. And even with the
Yeah, that's what
improvements,
I'm
that's
saying.
where it's at.
Yeah. So, but your Pantheon is what you chose wrongly though, because
Nah, so
the
your
only way
pantheon
that
worked for you, and number one, you got to your pantheon before I did. And then number two, when I was playing the game, like you said, once you expand and see what's out there, this is what I saw. I saw the river go this way, and then I found him, and I was like, wow, the river cut off. So then I turned around and came back north, but that's using this river. Found out that this river comes all the way over here. So what was my pantheon again? River goddess.
plus two plus yeah, River Goddess.
So it's not, and then again, when it comes to some of these like strategic resources, you have to learn something to see them. Like this one, horses, you have to learn horses to see that. This one, iron, you have to learn something to see it. Um, I don't know if this one was in the shade like
Yeah, I
when I
know that.
started up here though. But yeah, this was the one that I
Well, the
saw,
river
and I
you
saw
can
these ones because these are luxury.
well I say you can see horses, you can see the silver, you see bananas, and you can see the farms. So only thing
You
you
can't
can't
see
see is the
horses, no.
iron.
You can't see horses, and
You
you
can't.
no, horses are a
I
learned
see.
thing. That's why it's a strategic resource. They're learned. But in any event, let's move forward. What you see here is
Go ahead.
now when it comes to determining where you put a city, like when you look at this actual land, not what you would do or what's based on your bonus, now you know what mines is. What would you look at for as an abundant resources? Because I'm looking at this and I see one, 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 one. I see none of this land is actually being abundant resources, and this is a significant portion of my land. I see this is one spot, so it might be pretty good, but where's the water? So go ahead. What do you look for?
All those abundant resources that you just looked at, all that stuff that you just went over, all the luxury bonuses, those are abundant resources. You took the abundant resources out the game and you didn't have that much left. Like you said, land bonus is good, but you said you wanted to build to where you can build. So that's what I asked. That's why I said you have a lot of abundant resources. So I don't look at the fact that like I don't know. It just depends your strategy, I guess, because you chose the river and you said since you still have the river going by itself, you chose the river to be the supply. The river gave you juices, and that's the route that you took. Me, I didn't choose a river pass. I chose because I know y'all was building abundant resources. I had to start building off of abundant
All
resources.
right, so let me circle you back around. You're doing that thing again. Let me circle you back around. When you look at this one, I'm looking at expanding my empire, and you know which one I've selected. What do you see here? Like when I say it's not abundant resources, of course I do know that if we don't put it on abundant resources, this is normal. Even when I broke down the explainer video, I said this is normal. Seeing 2 corn, 1 hammer, that's probably normal. But we're on abundant resources. And so when I look at it, I don't see abundant resources here. And so when I tell you I see something like this and it's worth, oh, go ahead. You ready? Go ahead. Where would you go for a third city? I mean, for your next city.
For my third city, it depends on. For my next city, I would say depends on how far away from it it gives you a negative bonus. But I would go west, and I would put two cities. To be honest, I would go I would go east right there where you just came from. So and go back west. So if you go back west and next to your top city, part, my bad. Go back north. Go northwest. My bad. I'm saying,
This is,
you know, I'm bad with directions.
yeah, this is northwest up here.
Yeah, keep going up. So back where you was at, the empty land you were at, where your people are standing at. Yep, up there. So if I had to build two cities right here, I'll put one right there in between your, right there. I'll put one. I would settle it right there because I know that corn, and I would aim for that river, that crab in the river, to give me something. And then I would put one next to the dock, right there. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
No, the Pantheon has nothing to do with there not being any water. Yeah, so let's throw the bonus out then. Let's throw the Pantheon out. Where would you just build a second city just based off of, you said right here where I got the blue marker? See, I would agree, and here's why. Because 1, 2, 3 spaces is where my holy site goes anyway. That gives me the housing, and so with this one, another reason why is because it would start off as a one citizen, which means they're going to be using that whether I improve it or not. That's average. 2 corn, 2 hammers. That means 5 turns to build a unit or 10 turns to build some type of building if it's, and that's how it goes. At some point though, it would give me this sheep. And that's another one that is going to come in handy because it's 2 food. There's no other spaces for 3 to grow towards. Now, buying this one, it doesn't really do anything. Buying this one, it doesn't really do anything. Buying this one then allows me to put my holy site that gives me more housing or whatever it is that I need. But yep, it would be a slow burning city that takes a long time to get there because it's 3. Go ahead. Absolutely. See, but like you see, how much? Let me show them what you're saying. So right now, my builder will be done in 1 turn. But if I come all the way down to the builder, it costs 120. If you look at the very top, I have $120. He's saying, Moses, spend that 120 on my strategy. Because I know I only have 120, I click on, let's say if there was a good resource, all right, there's 2 hammers here. So that 2 hammers is better than not having any production, because as you see, that's where I'm hurting at, is I don't have production to build anything. That's why it took me so long even to get to my builder here. So what do I need in the future? I need to grow better. Right, because you already have a 2 once it grows. So this one's already at 3. You want to actually build on the one that it's using, but it's not as efficient as it could be. This one's giving you good shit. So this one is the one that could actually do more. If they're going to be using it, they might as well get more productive at whatever it is they're doing. Plus, if you build it there, it gives you 0.5 on a house. Now, when he's saying, oh yeah, one more thing. What he's saying, I pay for it. That's why this city, even though it hurts my original capital, was important for me to start getting money sooner. I have 2 spaces. I have a builder. So what I want to actually do is start getting money every round as fast as I can. Despite that, as you see at the very top, I still only get 2.7 gold per round. But if you look here, there's a lot of money to be made. So once the civilization does blow up, we'll get to a better space. But right now, there's 2 spaces to consider. This volcano, and do I build here? Because as you see here, there's 3 food here. That's a good start. 3 food here. That's a good start. 3 food here, but it's under the mountain, so not as good as a start. And being here still allows me to get my bonus from the river. And so looking here as my next city is a good location, even better than this one that doesn't get water, only because I want it to grow fast enough by eating. So that's one. I never met you. I thought it was you. Like, are you blue over here? Were you on the dragon tail? Anyway, that's but yeah, quick explainer video. Me and my cousin, we go at it all the time when it comes to strategy, what our gameplay is. So we've talked to you about the resources themselves. We show you how they help the city. We've also showed you ways that you can boost that through the different pantheons and different religion that you use. Hopefully that helps you in your gameplay. And somebody also asked, was it worth the investment? Yes, this game is actually worth the investment if you're a strategic thinker, you like games like chess, but you want to actually have some history and then some fun. We connect and share every weekend just about, and then we go through different battles and matches explaining what happening and everything like that. So we have a good time. Hopefully you can see the same. Thanks for watching. I'm tuning out. Salute.